All right, Ginsberg back with another edition of Evan Ginsberg's Legends TV with my co-host Steve Ludwig, and Steve's from Classic Pop Culture.
Yes, Classic Pop Culture. One of our guests today, as a matter of fact, Evan, Carol Williams. I spoke with her last Tuesday. I told her I saved a couple of questions for today. But yeah, it's every Tuesday night at planetludwig.com. Right. And Jim Arena, the author we have on, was on the show previously.
From First Ladies of Disco.
First Ladies of Disco.
He's bringing on Carol Douglas, Doctor's Orders, as well as Carol Williams Moore today, right here on Legends TV, million-selling artists who will be performing.
As will Ta from the Bush, our first guest. Can't wait to hear Ta.
That's right.
Speak with him.
And you have a very special T-shirt you wanted to show us.
Yes. This is October, of course, as everyone knows, is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And a very good friend of ours, Joanna Marto. Well, she's receiving her last round of chemo this Wednesday. And last week we did a 5K march, 5K walk rather, for Joanna Marto, for Team JoJo. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Joanna and tell her we all love her and we know she's going to be just great.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you.
And our first guest is a hip-hop artist. He's a producer. He's an exercise guru. He's an author. He's a true Renaissance man. He's our friend Ta from the Bush. How are you today, Ta?
All right, brother. How you doing?
Great,
Thank you.
great. And every time I see your Facebook page and your social media, you've got concerts, you've got exercise programs, you've got new videos. Tell us a little about what's going on.
There's a lot going on, man. Currently, I'm working on my new album, Grown Ass Man, Angry Boom Bap Music, which is a follow-up to my last project.
And tell us what the title means.
Well, I'm a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
And when we get above the age of 30, we tend to be angry about things. Not necessarily enraged, but angry about certain things. Like when people come to your house and they urinate all over your toilet bowl, or they come in your house and they use Brillo on your non-stick cookware.
Yeah.
That type of stuff. Grown people stuff, man. And it's boom bap music. Boom bap music reminiscent of stuff from the 90s.
Okay.
And it's comical. It's kind of got a dark edge. Like my last record had a dark edge, but it's more comical, more upbeat, more Jeep beat, head nod type of music. Very lyrical, fun. Just crazy titles. I have a song called How to Take a Shit in a Spacesuit.
There you go.
And,
it's a tough situation to be in. Yeah.
I do have a song called Brillo, which is about using Brillo on my non-stick cookware. I have a song called 4Q Up, like the number 4, the letter Q and up. And, it's just, there really is no spoon. I will 4Q up.
There you go.
It's great. It's fun stuff, man, that adult people can relate to. A lot of the hip-hop music that's on television and radio right now is for kids, and this is for people who are 30 plus, 25, 30 plus, that will understand what's going on.
And since you mentioned that, one of the themes that we always talk about here on the show is ageism in the music industry. Why should all music be for teenagers or kids or people with a juvenile mentality? Why not do music for adults?
Exactly, and I've had this argument many a time with people telling me, are you too old to be rapping? Well, nobody tells B.B. King that he's too old to be playing.
Of course,
playing guitar.
Especially many of the original rap and hip hop fans are now in their 30s. I'm over that.
30s, 40s, 50s.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's got to be a word out there for them.
Well, there is. It's just that pop culture has this ageism thing that Evan's talking about, and that you don't become a master at something. You can't be a master at anything in your 20s. There's no way. You can be good at it, but you can't be a master at it. You will not be a master at your craft, and I'm still mastering my craft. I've been doing hip hop music for 20 years, so it's been a long, hard road, but I'm still getting there.
I was once talking to this rapper out of Detroit who had just turned 30, and he was upset about, his day job. And I said, why don't you do a CD about, your life, being a frustrated 30-year-old rapper with a bad day job? And he looked at me like I was crazy, and he's like, well, they want to hear about cars and hot girls. And I said, yeah, but you know, your audience in their 30s may have a different outlook on life. You know, am I wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. Paying taxes, paying bills,
Yeah.
dealing with relationships. You know, it's a lot of stuff.
Life.
Yeah, life.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, why not do the what's going on of hip hop? Why not do something that's going,
That's what I'm working on, man. You know, something for people, grown ass people.
there you go.
Not for not. Sorry, it's not for the kids. You know, we're not chicken noodle souping and that type of business.
That's
And,
right.
You know, that was a few years ago, but still. You know,
Yeah. And your dreams don't die when you're 30,
No.
40, 50,
Nope.
60, you know?
Nope. Keep going, man. Keep going. Keep growing.
New dreams.
That's right.
Yep, that's what you got to keep building, man. You know, I'm building new stuff with the fitness. You know, I have Underground Celebrity Fit Club.
Tell us about it.
Underground Celebrity Fit Club is a boot camp style, high intensity training camp club that I have with. I started out training. I'm a personal trainer as well. I started out training MCs, drummers, guitarists, singers from the New York City area, and they're all in the underground scene. And they wanted to get physically fit, so they came to me, and I started doing group training. And we started Underground Celebrity Fit Club, and it's been going really well. So we do outdoor boot camp. It was 5 days a week. Since it got a little cooler, it's 3 days a week, and then we're doing indoor as well.
That's
So
awesome.
it's going great, man. Changing people's lives, man. Getting people healthy, avoiding diseases, keeping the blood pressure down, you know, that type of business.
Yeah, it's important.
Grown people stuff.
Yeah, that's a running theme. I'm actually doing a documentary with a mutual friend of ours, Cooley High, who's doing the editing, and we're doing a documentary on the music scene. And you know, why can't there be a 30-year-old rapper or a 40-year-old rocker or a 50-year-old whatever? You know, people's dreams don't die.
They don't die.
They're still out there.
They
and
only
they're
die
great.
when you let them die.
Exactly.
You know, you have to keep living, man. You can't stop living. And
Original fans are that old. Really?
Yeah.
You know, so why? Yeah.
I saw Africa Bambaataa 30 years ago. 30
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
You know, people look at me, they go, middle-aged white guy likes hip-hop. They don't get it. It's like these guys were around 30 years ago. You know, people don't realize it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're going to do now is check out Taz's video. This is hot. We'll give you a taste of his music, folks. Check it out.
Sitting on the B train, slipping in and out of consciousness, wondering the thoughts of the people that are watching this. Pontificate, think, ponder, let the mind wander, activate bliss through the experience of the somber. Rattles of my bones unraveling the mystery of history. Why is it like this? A dismiss of happiness for me. Yet I smile in the face of adversity. Welcome to my mind, my own personal university, where I've earned 6 degrees, all of separation. Thus you'll probably never hear this on your radio station. It's okay though, my mind shapes like Plato or Socrates. My life is like a play-o written by Sophocles. Colossal philosophies with ambidextrous inequities. It's no wonder why simple minds will never connect with these complexities of the basics of life. Sleep is the cousin of death and intellect is his wife. Randomatic, idiosyncratic, thoughts that give me static. Let me know that I'm an addict of the dungeon in my attic. Randomatic, idiosyncratic, thoughts that give me static. Let me know that I'm an addict of the dungeon in my attic. Randomatic, idiosyncratic, thoughts that give me static. Let me know that I'm an addict of the dungeon in my attic. Randomatic, idiosyncratic, thoughts that give me static. Let me know that I'm an addict of the dungeon in my attic. The phrase behind the eyelid is a matter of perspective. Is it behind the outside or behind the inside introspective? You project love, you get love. Same thing goes for bullshit. I don't care what your mother said or that preacher on the pulpit. Not afraid of my shadow, I'm leery of the light that launches it through a cosmic rift, leaping with the quantum shift. Sift through the rubble, find the finer grains of trouble, inflate as large as possible, and burst the biggest bubble. Skeletons in my closet are fleshless demons of yesteryear. They quest for fear, best they jeer, keep them all sequestered there, but I can hear them rattling, shattering, battling, scattering and battering the thoughts that I deem unflattering. They're just as much a part of me as blood in my vein. Ouch in my pain, they fortify the end of my sane. Everybody that I know say I just ain't right, cause I look for the dark at the end of the tunnel with light. Randomatic, idiosyncratic, cause they give me static. Let me know that I'm an addict of the dungeon in my attic. Randomatic, idiosyncratic, cause they give me static. Let me know that I'm an addict of the dungeon in my attic. Randomatic, idiosyncratic, cause they give me static. Let me know that I'm an addict of the dungeon in my attic. Randomatic, idiosyncratic, cause they give me static. Let me know that I'm an addict of the dungeon in my attic. prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, mitosis of my thought cells puts me in a hella haze. Grow, split, and spread like wild disease. Roam the land like wildebeest. Please let this freeze in me be free of these sleepless days, restless nights, eternal fights, boundless lows and reachless heights. My ideas have legs and wings. They fly and run into things with no sense of direction, just to spread the infection. I hope you never catch it, but if you relate, it's too late. You're in it for the long haul. Give your therapist a call, cause when you feel your chin hairs grow and see the wind blow, far from slow, your sanity's the next thing to go. So hold on tight and strap yourself in. The roller coaster on the ridges of your brain will now begin. Once you get on, you can't get off. You can try to force intelligence, is expensive, and sleeplessness is the cost.
Random idiosyncratic thoughts that give me static. Let me know that I'm an addict of the dungeon in my attic. Random idiosyncratic thoughts that give me static. Let me know that I'm an addict of the dungeon in my attic.
Random idiosyncratic thoughts that give me static. Let me know that I'm an addict of the dungeon in my attic. Random idiosyncratic thoughts that give me static. Let me know that I'm an addict of the dungeon in my attic. Random idiosyncratic thoughts that give me static. Let me know that I'm an addict of the dungeon in my attic. Random idiosyncratic thoughts that give me static. Let me know that I'm an addict of the dungeon in my attic.
All right, and we are back, and that was hot, Ta.
you,
Tell us a
brother.
little about it.
Randomatic Idiosyncratic is a song off of my album Luminous Dark Alleys, The Insomniac Works, which comes with a book. You can get that at taonline.com.
There you go.
That's TAHonline.com. 16 tracks, 15 tracks, and a chapter per track on that. That song is about the random thoughts that ramble through your mind when you can't sleep, when you have insomnia. The whole project is about insomnia. And that video right there was filmed by a gentleman named C. Dr. Warhammer, who does a lot of video work for Chuck D from Public Enemy. Tons of video work for them. He did the music for that, and he directed and edited that video.
Yeah, that was hot.
Thanks,
Great,
man.
great. And again, music for adults.
Yeah, for adults, man.
No doubt, no doubt. And I know Steve's read the book, as have I, Steve.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the CD is fantastic. The book is fantastic. And what I really appreciated the whole project was that it's kind of like, it's not just a collection of songs. There's a thread that runs through the entire album, and the chapters in the book correlate with the songs. It's really, I don't think I've ever...
Concept albums.
It's
Awesome.
a concept album.
Awesome.
I like the concept albums from the past, but I don't think I've ever seen a book and the album together. What a great
Well,
idea.
yeah, man, it's a multimedia experience. It's the book, it's the literary work, it's the musical work, and then inside there's also artwork, you know. And
Right.
the Demostina, who's a marvelous artist on the independent scene in New York. She does a lot of live painting. She did the cover work. She did a painting for the front, painting for the back, and there's a lot of line art inside as well that was inspired by the chapters.
How long did it take you to write the book, if you don't mind me asking?
That book took me maybe 2 years.
2 years.
2
wow.
years to write.
And it's Ta Online.
TAH Online, TAH Online.
Oh my goodness, it's so worth it.
Thanks.
Everybody.
I read it also, and it's amazing. You said that if you don't sleep for 3 or 4 days, you actually start hallucinating.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a song called Butterfly Vertigo on there that's about the feeling you get when you start getting palpitations and room starts
Give us a few lines.
I can't even think
Put
of
him
it.
on the spot.
Butterfly, vertigo, falling fast, spinning slow, palpitation sensation, I can feel my heart flow. I can feel my blood flow through my arteries and veins. Gotta hold on, whoa. That's how the hook goes.
Wow.
So yeah, I haven't performed that song in eons, but it's a pretty trippy song. There's a chapter in there called Butterfly Vertigo and the Valerian Root, because one night I was doing everything I could to go to sleep, taking melatonin and all this. I took Valerian Root and I had some horrendous hallucinations and ended up cooking some stuff while I was half asleep. and I actually thought I was dreaming until I walked in the kitchen and all the stuff was laid out. It's all explained in the chapter.
It's an amazing book.
Oh, it
Thank
sure
you,
is.
ma'am. Yeah.
And I'm a good sleeper, and I still enjoyed it.
How long have you been an insomniac? Pretty
Long
much your
as-
adult life, or
Pretty much since my teens, man. That I can remember. I didn't know I had insomnia. You know, after a while, I was like, man, I have such a tough time sleeping. When I was a kid, I had a tough time getting up, and then it kind of flipped when I was 14, and then I just couldn't go to sleep. I just could not sleep at all. So
We're going to hear you live later with a live set, and we're looking forward to that.
looking forward to it
And
myself, man.
how's it feel to share the stage in a show with 2 million selling artists, Carol Douglas and Carol Williams coming up?
It feels amazing. I'm a big fan, and
There you go.
I can't wait to see them get down. This is an exciting day for me.
There you go.
Yes.
Todd from the Bush, ladies and gentlemen, he'll be back performing live. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this brief timeout. For nearly a decade, Evan Ginsberg's Legends Radio has featured interviews with the greatest names in the arts and sports. Heard worldwide at legendsradio.net, the program has featured these great musical legends: Ray Manzarek of The Doors, Billy Corgan of Smashing Pumpkins, Judy Collins, Roberta Flack, and many more. Stars from movies, TV, and comedy have included Jenny McCarthy, Wayne Brady, 30 Rock's Judah Friedlander, Shelley Berman, Jackie the Joke Man Martling, David Allen Greer, and Paul Mooney. Stars of pro wrestling and MMA include Bruno Sammartino, Rowdy Roddy Piper, Superstar Billy Graham, and Frank Shamrock. Co-hosted by renowned journalist Dr. Mike Lano, Legends Radio is heard Wednesdays 7 p.m. to 9:20 p.m. Eastern Standard. We are archived 24/7 with hundreds of hours of classic interviews. Legends Radio also features the best in indie music, showcasing talent deserving wider exposure.
I'm from Brooklyn, baby. Don't forget the gravy. We are soldiers.
You missed the birth of your mother and father. Don't you dare miss Evan Ginsberg's Legends Radio.
Hi, I'm Steve Ludwig. When I was 52 years old, I had quintuple open heart bypass surgery, and I wrote a book about it. It's called See You in CCU. Apart from having my rib cage sawed apart, I experienced temporary loss of memory, depression, and sleepless nights in unbearable pain. A lot of people might think there's nothing funny about that, but I think it all depends on how you look at it. See you in CCU.
Welcome to Formula Auto Wash, where every day is a great day for a car wash. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Detailing packages for every budget, starting out at $29.99. 100% hand wash and detail centre. Hog's hair and microfiber brushes and mitts. Proudly using Ecolab Blue Coral soaps and waxes. Formula Auto Wash has served the community for over 30 years. Senior discounts all day, every day. Ladies' Day Wednesday, $3 off any wash. Early bird discount Monday through Thursday till 9:30 a.m. Check out our website, formulaautowash.com.
Like so many people, are your finances tight lately? Afraid to open your mail or even answer your phone? Well, take heart. You don't have to live like that. If you're 62 or older and own your own home, you can join the thousands of folks who have used safe and effective government-insured reverse mortgages. The government-insured reverse mortgages from Long Island's Senior Reverse Network allow you to stay in your home and turn equity into tax-free cash. Our government-insured reverse mortgages can eliminate mortgage payments, credit card balances, or just improve your lifestyle. Do yourself a favor and solve these problems now. Call the Senior Reverse Network, and our advisors will answer all of your questions about our reverse mortgage programs. We've helped scores of senior Long Island homeowners like you who now enjoy a worry-free retirement. Get the financial security and peace of mind you've dreamed about. Pick up the phone and call us at the Senior Reverse Network now to set up a free consultation.
Call 1-800-985-REVERSE. That's 1-800-985-7383.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
All right, Evan Ginsberg back with Legends TV, and what an honor it is to have author James Arena from First Ladies of Disco, sitting next to Ms. Carol Douglas and Ms. Carol Williams. What an honor and a privilege, and I'm a huge fan of both of yours, and great to have you here on Legends TV. And James, tell us about the book. Very impressive.
I'm very excited about the book. It's called The First Ladies of Disco, and we have 32 singers featured in this book, and each tells a little bit about their lives, their careers, their impressions of disco music, and where they're at today in their lives. And these are two of the finest performers we have in the book, and they gave very detailed descriptions of their lives and thoughts, and I think it's very interesting reading, actually.
And Ms. Douglas, why don't you tell us, where are you today in your life? Still performing?
Yes, I'm very blessed. I'm still performing with Carol. We're doing a lot of things together. We're friends. We're moms. We shop together. We're very, very close friends for like 35 years.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes.
And throughout the week, when I was telling people Carol Douglas and Carol Williams are coming on, I said, doctor's orders and more. Everybody immediately knew.
Wow. Great. There you go.
So how does it feel to have songs that are legendary, that will live forever? How does that feel?
Oh, I think it's a wonderful feeling. I think that, as you get older, you realize that, it really is such a pleasure and honor that we were able to do this when we were younger. So we really appreciate it right now. We definitely do.
And 100 years from now, they'll be playing this music.
There you go.
It's another piece of immortality.
There you go. Well, we were like legends, I guess, right?
Absolutely. Well, you're on Legends TV, appropriate.
Yes,
appropriate.
definitely.
I like legends.
Yes.
You are legends.
Yes, yes.
And Ms. Douglas, I believe your cousin was Sam Cooke?
Yes, he
Wow.
was.
Tell
He
us
was.
about Sam.
Well, I was a little girl when I met him. My mom was Minnie the Moocher, the Cab Calloway wrote about. That was her stage name. And I met him a lot because I was about 9 or 10 years old. I was playing with my dolls, and I'm looking up at him. He's rehearsing, and I really didn't sit down and have conversations with him. He says, "Hi, cuz," and I'm like, "Wow." And then I went on as a teenager, and I had a record out called "I Don't Mind Being Your Fool" on RCA, and I was Carol Cooke, which no one knew. I was like a star for like 5 minutes, and then that didn't because I was still in school. It was like a whole thing, and. He was great. He was really, really a nice, mellow guy. He sang real smooth. And
talk about timeless music. People still love Sam Cooke
yes,
today.
They do. Oh, yes, they do.
Absolutely, absolutely. And he died tragically young.
Yes.
And Ms. Williams, tell us what you're doing today. Still singing, still performing?
Still singing. I just went down to Philly because they had the induction of the different musicians from South Soul and MFSB band, and also my producer, Vince Montana. So it was an honor to be able to, go down, and we met, I've seen Leon Huff and Kenny Gamble.
Geniuses.
Yes.
Philly International.
Yes. So I was there Wednesday and Thursday. So it was a pleasure to be there and just see everybody that I hadn't seen in years.
And Steve just had you on his radio show, and he said he saved some great questions for you.
He had some great questions when he was interviewing me,
I also
definitely.
want to make the point, Ms. Williams is the first female artist signed to South Soul Records as well, so among her many other honors.
That's great.
You opened for James Brown?
I opened for James Brown.
What was that like?
Unbelievable.
Silly question,
No. I was just thrilled, and he's such a gentleman. He was such a gentleman. He called me ma'am. He made me feel like I was kind of so old, and I was young then, you know. But I mean, he kissed my hand, and he's just a perfect gentleman. So that was a pleasure, definitely opening for him, definitely.
I'm going to ask you both the same question. When you look back at your career, what do you consider some of the highlights?
Let's see, you go first, Carol.
Well, one of the highlights of my career, of course, is meeting Carol, because she was in the office when I auditioned for the song, and Gloria Gaynor was there. And Studio 54, I think, was like really one of my highlights when I looked like I was really out there doing it. You know, Studio 54 and meeting Diana Ross and Michael Jackson and Elizabeth Taylor. That was it. And also James Brown, he was the first artist that I met when I did Tape Soul Train. So it was like really nice to meet him also.
That's great. Ms. Williams, highlights?
My highlight, I have to say, you know, Carol and I did a lot of songs, background for other people, but a lot of people didn't know that Carol and I are Kamiko, which was a record that everybody was saying, well, who's Kamiko? The song went really well, and no one knew who it was that did it, and it was Carol and I. Wow. We were Kamiko. So I think that's one of the highlights that, you know, when I think back, it just makes me feel real great about that.
Hey, and all of us, we were pregnant together, you, me, and Lolita Holloway, with the stomachs at a club, and we all went on stage with the big stomachs. We were all pregnant at the same time. Wow, and now our kids are like, you know, reminiscing about, you know, Mom, remember those days with Lolita, because I opened up a club in Florida, and Lolita had her whole gang in, and the guy says, oh, I'm so glad she's gone, they're jumping in the pool. And I came in with my kids, and they were even no better. So, you know, it was really nice with First Choice. So it's a lot of memories. A lot of memories of all the hot clubs in the city.
You played all over the world.
Paradise Garage. Oh yeah, I was very international, and I speak a little French.
She does very well, believe you me.
That's great.
Yes. Very well.
And I had James on my radio show a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about the unfair stigma that disco had, to the point where they actually burned disco records in a baseball stadium, which is outrageous. And we believe that this stemmed from racism. It had to be. What do you think, James?
Well, I think it stemmed from oversaturation of the market by the record labels. No doubt there was probably racism involved. You know, it's funny that that occurred with disco, because I don't see that happening with any other form of music. That was the only one that got slammed down and shut down almost overnight, and it took a long time for it to rebuild its following again. And it's kind of interesting, and many of the singers in the book make comments about that and how it hurt their careers. It stalled them in many cases. These ladies survived nicely, but a lot of people had a lot of trouble after that, and it was a very unfortunate thing and very bizarre, in my opinion, that could actually happen.
A form of violence. Burning.
Yeah, it's like burning
Fahrenheit
books.
451.
Exactly.
Going over
Exactly.
Music.
Right.
Terrible.
I did a movie title called Last Days of Disco. I'm like, wait a minute, is it over? They're still calling me for shows. Disco's not over. It's not the last days.
Disco, right?
And Doctor's Orders is in that movie, that film, and I'm like, wow. It's really over, but they tried to make it over, but we didn't go. We survived.
That's right.
We survived.
That's right.
And to me, disco was always, you know, an offshoot of R&B, and I love R&B, and I think the music still holds up.
That's right.
Absolutely.
So right.
Like anything else, there was great disco, and then there was commercial stuff that wasn't quite as good, and same with rap today. And you know, I mean, a lot of this music 40 years later still sounds fresh, and people love it, and they boom, get on the dance floor, and it still works. And
That's right.
I think it's been an unfair stigma, some of it. What motivated you to do the book initially?
I was fascinated by these women. I've grown up with them. I had all their records. I bought everything that I think they ever put out. And I guess as you get a little bit older, you start to get a little bit nostalgic and curious about who these people were that affected your life so much. They certainly affected my life tremendously. They really lifted my spirits all the time, and it was very motivational music. And I just wanted to learn a little bit more about them. I had no idea I would get 32. I started off, I thought maybe I'd get 5 if I was lucky, and it just mushroomed from there, and it became a really incredible experience for me personally. And I think when people read these chapters and learn more about them as people, I think they're going to learn that they're more than just entertainers. They're great human beings with a great background and a lot of interesting things to say that I think people will find very valuable.
And the other thing we were talking about, James, was back in the day, you would have on the dance floor every race, creed, color, gay, straight, and it was a beautiful thing.
That's right.
And today it's a little more, you know.
It's a little more segregated today. You know, it's funny. I think one of the artists in the second book that I'm working on made a comment that said, at the door, it was a dictatorship to these clubs, but once you got into the club, the dance floor was a democracy.
Right.
And I think that was a very powerful statement. I think actually Andy Warhol was the one who originally said it. But it's a really true statement. Everybody was able to mix on the dance floor and enjoy the benefits of this music, the joy that that they were experiencing, and it didn't matter what your sexual orientation was, race, color, anything. It had no bearing on what was happening out there, and that was a wonderful, wonderful thing. And we certainly could use more of that today.
Absolutely, absolutely. Any plans for tours together to promote the book? Any concerts, gigs?
Well, we just did the Valley Forge Casino in Pennsylvania, so we're doing a lot of performing together. I hope in the future we're going to make a record together. We've been working on the Christmas carols and never got down in the studio. We're always the Christmas carols for the bookings, but we're going to be working on a lot of things, hopefully going back to Europe. Carol's got a big hit song. Talk about your song in London, girl.
Yes, I did well, I actually was asked to do a track that someone sent me from the UK, and he just had the track. He didn't have any words or any music or anything as far as lyrics or melody. So he just asked me would I work on it, and I did. And it's on the Love Town label, which is a compilation of other different artists. I think, who's on there? Different other artists that have been out before.
Geraldine Hunt.
Yeah, Geraldine Hunt is on it, and the other girl that sings "I Want to Thank You," Alicia Myers.
Oh, Alicia Myers.
She's on
Wow.
that. Yes, yes, yes. So we put that out, and it went to right now I think it's number 5, but it went up to number 1 for 5 weeks in the UK in the soul track.
That's
impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I did it in my I did my song in my studio. So I was just telling Jim in the car. I said it's amazing that my studio is little, but it's digital. So I have a record all the way in the UK in a little digital studio that I did, but it sounds just
Take
as
control
well.
of the music. That's the way to
Yes,
go.
yes,
Absolutely.
definitely.
That's the one good thing about this time of our lives is that you are not dependent on a major label or anything like that to keep this music going, which is a great thing. And by the way, First Ladies of Disco is going to be the theme of a major AIDS fundraiser in Palm Springs in May. They're basing it on the book and several artists to appear on it, so that's another good tangent for this. So I'm really happy about that.
And I also had the pleasure of doing a remake of Miss Donna Summer with some of the disco divas, Thelma Houston, Anita Ward, Maxine Nightingale, Florence Jolie. I just did a remake of Heaven Knows MacArthur Park. Each of us did 2 of her songs. So I'm really honored to, I have never met her, and my granddaughter says, look, Grandma, he's Donna Summer. He's going to do this song with, so I did Heaven Knows, and it's really good. I signed with San Juan Records in LA. It's on iTunes, everyone.
There you go. That's great.
Yes.
I have one final question, and then we're going to turn it to the stage and let everybody perform, which is going to be tremendously exciting. Who are some of the female vocalists that influenced both of you?
It's funny about when I was very young, my mom and my dad, they had a lot of jazz records. So I listened to Sarah Vaughan, Gloria Lynn, that just passed away not too long ago. I think last week she did. And Doris Day was diction-wise, as far as diction.
Back then they
definitely
enunciated, right?
Yes.
Right.
I listened to Doris Day, and those were my mentors that, I tried to sound like them and get the same diction and love the music and everything. So I'm from like back in the days.
I'm old enough. I saw Sarah Vaughan live. She was great.
Really?
Sarah and Ella,
Oh, my God.
Carmen McRae, Annie Ross.
Oh yeah, those were my idols. Yeah. They were, yes, definitely.
Ms. Douglas?
Well, I would say I went to school with Dinah Washington's son, so I've met her in person. And I would say I've always loved Diana Ross. I love Barbra Streisand, and I also love Liza Minnelli.
Oh, yeah, she's a great showman.
Yes, and of course Diana Ross. She's my idol, and I had the pleasure of meeting her. So those are the people that influenced me because I was like a teenager. I was going to school. I wanted to start a group, and you know, the rest is history.
Tremendous, tremendous.
Yes.
I have 30 seconds.
Sure.
With all this talent on the couch here, Miss Carol Williams, Miss Carol Douglas, Todd from the Bushes down there, James, who wrote the book about the first ladies of disco. We have to sing Happy Birthday to Evan Ginsberg.
Oh, come on.
Yes, yes, we know we're going to do this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Evans. Happy birthday to you.
Making me blush. Thank you. I am honored. Two legends, and Todd, one of my favorite hip-hop artists. I am honored. Thank you so much. And James, please, everybody, plug your various websites, and how can people get in touch with you, and how can people get the book?
That's the best one. You can get the book on Amazon.com.
I'll hold it up for you while
Thank
you're
you.
talking.
Thank you very much. Amazon.com. It's available digitally or as a book. And you can check out everything that's going on with this book on Facebook at First Ladies of Disco, the book. The second book, the sequel to this, will be out early next year. It's called First Legends of Disco.
Wow.
We're going to try to do the same thing with a whole bunch more. And that also has a separate website, First Legends of Disco, the book, on Facebook.
There you go.
Thank you.
Your various websites?
Well, I have my Facebook is Carol Douglas, First Lady of Disco, and that's how you can find out where I'm performing.
Okay.
And mine is Carol Williams Salso on Facebook, but they can also get in touch with us with the First Lady of Disco book, which...
And you forgot Walmart.com too.
It's available at any kind of, Amazon is the better, probably the better place right now.
All right, well, I didn't know.
No, that's okay.
Because James asked me, don't forget Amazon.
Okay, Amazon. I said, don't forget Walmart.
To that.
Support the book. It's a great
Thank
book. And folks, we'll be right back with a live performance from Todd from the Bush, followed by live performances by Carol Williams and Carol Douglas. Don't you dare go anywhere, folks.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn? Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act 1 will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote, or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure. You'll be happy you did.
Guys, ready for the show? Yeah. Enjoy.
Welcome to Formula Auto Wash, where every day is a great day for a car wash. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Detailing packages for every budget, starting out at $29.99. 100% hand wash and detail centre. Hog's hair and microfiber brushes and mitts. Proudly using Ecolab Blue Coral soaps and waxes. Formula Auto Wash has served the community for over 30 years. Senior discounts all day, every day. Ladies' Day Wednesday, $3 off any wash. Early bird discount Monday through Thursday till 9:30 a.m. Check out our website, formulaautowash.com.
My name is Ty from the Bush, Legends TV. We're gonna do a song called Laceration for y'all. It's very lyrical, I want you to pay attention. Not only did I wake up on the wrong side of the bed, I rolled the wrong way, fell over, smashed my head on the edge of the nightstand, bled it to my right hand. Look in the mirror, now I'm lighter than the white man. But I'ma be a right man, keep it tight, man, keep it under an A-band, out of sight, man. Papa see the minute fan, 650 milligrams, 60 minutes band, ping, on like Shazam. Now I'm wondering, will I have fun again? In these dark times, will I ever see the sun again? Feeling dumb again, in a mental slum again. Questioning if 2 and 2 is a force, come again. Come again, meaning return over. Re-educate myself, meaning relearn over. Always see Satan, never witness Jehovah. What difference does it make where I go when life is over? Not an ounce, not a milligram of grain, cause the spiritual and physical ain't the same plane. The laceration shows me the heed. The body feels pain, but the soul don't bleed. If you cut us, do we not bleed? If you take from us, do we not need? If you cut the air off, do we not breathe? If you prove facts, do we not believe? If you don't cut us, do we not bleed? If you give to us, do we not need? If you cut the air off, do we not bleed? If you lie to us, do we not believe? Not only do I feel that I come from outer space, but I perceive that this planet just ain't the right place. The moon of a nameless sun with a nameless moon whose beings won't be satisfied until he made a doom. At the time I wish they're sorry for the act that they committed, knowing well that they're guilty, but they want to be acquitted by being in the sky. They don't even know a smidgen, but they're taught to love and fear through a system called religion. How you being if you did? Could you help me please? Don't know how long I can last with the people like these. They lacerate the flesh of the planet's surface and put each other down like the life is worthless. Can't believe my eyes, they call it civilized, but society is based on civil lies. We need to swivel lies and turn them into the truth. Lacerate the house of hate so we can raise the roof. If you cut us, do we not bleed? If you take from us, do we not need? If you cut the air off, do we not breathe? If you prove facts, do we not believe? If you don't cut us, do we not bleed? If you give to us, do we not need? If you let the air flow, do we not breathe? If you lie to us, do we not believe? Not only was I born with a bizarre mind frame, but I figured out early that similar ain't the same. It all depends on how your life unfold. My mother told me when she made me that she broke the mold. With a face cold like Creon, a glow like neon. The universe resides in the soul of a peon. Is what she told me, so I can steady be on. My P's and Q's use one in my eyes to get my C on. Cut my flesh if it's blood you see. Lacerate my brain, but my mind won't leak. The highest mountaintop could ever reach my peak, cause every oddball bounces in its own unique fashion, type style, classification, street dialect of pontification. Multiply the radiation of your station emanation, enough to burn a nation down like conflagration. Lacerated deep and make it twice as wide. Pull the skin way back so you can see the inside. Contemplate the workings of the inner being. Your eyes are wide open, but are you really seeing? If you cut us, do we not? If you take from us, do we not? If you cut the air off, do we not? If you prove facts, do we not? If you don't cut us, do we not bleed? If you give to us, do we not need? If you cut the air off, do we not breathe? If you lie to us, do we not believe? If you cut us, do we not bleed? If you take from us, do we not need? If you cut the air off, do we not breathe? If you prove facts, do we not believe? If you don't cut us, do we not bleed? If you give to us, do we not need? If you let the air flow, do we not breathe? If you lie to us, do we not believe? Bleed, breathe, bleed, believe, bleed. Legends TV. My name is Ty from the Bush. I hope y'all feeling alright at homeland. Make some noise in the studio if you're feeling me, man. That's what I'm talking about. If you cut us, do we not bleed? If you take from us, do we not need? If you cut the air off, do we not breathe? If you lie to us, do we not believe? So, I'm an MC. I'm an independent artist, and there's a lot of people
that call themselves rappers, MCs, singers, comedians, that get on the microphone, they don't know how to use the microphone. So I came up with this class that I do at my shows. It's called Microphone 101 or Micro PH 101. And I'd like to take y'all to school for a minute, man. I'm gonna change hats for a second. Hold on a second. Here we go. All right, I'm ready. Not that track, the next track. You guys are playing the same track over again. Technical difficulties, please stand by. Please visit taonline.com for purchasing all of my material. LegendCV.net. My name is Ty from the Bush. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, for the next 5 minutes, you will know me as Professor from the Bush as I teach you how to appropriately use a microphone. You might not be a great MC when I'm done with you, but you damn sure know how to use this microphone. Are you ready? Are you ready, Evan? Are y'all ready in the studio? I'm ready. So check it out. I hope y'all ready at home. So check it out. Most of the time I write about freestyle life, culture, and fun, but this right here is a class called Microphone 101 for all you MCs and wannabes. Listen, cats and kittens, there's a few things you should know before the mic gets in your mittens. Really basic stuff, it should be basic knowledge. I'ma break it down easy. You don't need a degree from college to understand and get an A in the class unless you're dumb. Then you too can get on stage and rock the Micro PH1. First of all, when you can't hear yourself on the mic, don't pitch a bitch. Run your hand along the shaft and check for an on-off switch. Now that your anxiety is gone, put your finger on the switch and turn the shit on. If there's no switch, don't get red, just turn your head and look for another mic. The one you're on might be dead. I see mad cats on stage trying to run a scam, can't operate a microphone and blame it on the sound man. Yo, it really makes me mad. It makes my blood boil. You when cats use their hand to cover the diaphragm to the voice coil you. You can look as stylish as you like. Just do us all a favor, don't drop the fucking mic. And when you mic check, don't blow into the joint. Say a few words to let us know the sound is on point. Here's an example of exactly what not to do. Hey yo, Evan, is this on? 1, 2, come on, give the folks a taste just a little. Make them bend their neck so hard they end up in the hospital like, hold up your hand if you rhyme with the skills of an MC. Raise up your hand if you rip the mic with the freestyle. Let me hear you say mic. Say check. Mic check. Louder, mic check. Come on, mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Give me my mic check, give me my mic check number 1. Give me my mic check number 2. Give me my mic check number 3. Give me my mic check number 4. You want some more good cause there's more learning in store. Listening carefully and don't ignore. I'll smash your fingers with a hammer like Thor. You can have poor rhyme skills and still sound good on the mic, but you could also be a dope lyricist and sound like crap, don't believe the hype. Something that you should have, no, something that you better get as an MC is something called microphone etiquette. That other stuff should be preterite, in other words, past tense. Your life as a trained MC will begin forever hence. Congratulations, Evans, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. You're now graduates of Micro PH 101. Check me out on Ty Online for your diploma in Yo, Ty, you forgot. Oh, yo, wait, stop. Oh, Lord, you didn't graduate yet. We didn't discuss the microphone cord. I ain't lying, I ain't telling no fables. Cats be on stage tripping over microphone cables, looking like clowns, court jesters and fools, cause they failed to follow simple basic microphone rules. If you don't have a wireless mic, this is what you need. One is the microphone hand, the other is called the lead. The lead hand holds the mic wire. And if you don't know what the other is for, you need to retire. MCing just ain't the sport for you. Maybe you should become a professional gum chewer. Whether new info or refresher for you cats who want to rap. The class is almost over, it's time for a recap. On-off switch, proper mic check. Don't cuff that damn mic or I'll break your freaking deck. Microphone etiquette, whackness is the preterite. 2 hands for the deed, microphone and lead. I'm done. One final rule, all my daughters and sons. Have fun, you're graduates of Micro PH 101. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ty from the Bush. Evan Ginsberg, Legends TV. We got lots of legends in the house, man. If y'all don't know about disco music, y'all need to check out Carol Squared. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, my name is Ty from the Bush. You can check me out at TyOnline.com. That's TAHOnline.com. I'm an independent artist and I work real hard for mine. And sometimes I'm at home thinking to myself, just real frustrated, looking in the mirror, talking to myself, scratching my head, wondering how things are gonna turn out. And I start talking to myself and I be like,
Do you ever get tired of people being in your face when all you wanna do is rhyme and like tear down the place and they be like,
Yo son, why can't I get to rhyme? Why you gotta be the only cat in here to get some shine?
and I'll be like, not for nothing and not to sound like a jerk, but why should you shine at the show and not did all this hard work? Not only do I write my rhymes, I do all my beats. I book my own shows and I promote them in the streets. Built my own studio, mix my own tracks, not to sound full of myself, but these are the facts. Why you playing pimpin' schools, moving creamy like Briars? I'm down on Kinko's, designing, printing, and cutting flyers. Bust my ass promoting on the phone and internet, and you just wanna glide up in the spot and get up on the set. Homie, please, I ain't got a major label backing me. My budget come from 9 to 5, pushing mad OT. So if you wanna get on stage, this is what you do. Write yourself a master plan and stick to it like glue. Time moves fast and it'll leave your ass lagging. So build your own shit and get off the bandwagon. Even if you gotta burn your own CDs one by one, keep pushing, don't stop until you say it's done. My name is Ty from the Bush. Check me out at tyonline.com. Peace to Evan Ginsberg. Peace to Madhouse TV. Chill.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn? Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act 1 will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure. You'll be happy you did.
Hi, I'm Steve Ludwig. When I was 52 years old, I had quintuple open heart bypass surgery, and I wrote a book about it. It's called See You in CCU. Apart from having my rib cage sawed apart, I experienced temporary loss of memory, depression, and sleepless nights in unbearable pain. A lot of people might think there's nothing funny about that, but I think it all depends on how you look at it. See you in CCU.
So then I said, Mr. Prime Minister, I'm flattered that you love chocolate, but I'm here strictly in a professional... What's wrong with him?
He thinks you're naked.
My shell is brown. It just looks like my milk chocolate is showing. Only a fool would think I'd actually show up naked.
So it's that kind of party. Hit it!
I'm sexy and I know it.
Alright.
Look at that body. Look at that body. Look at that body.
I work out.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to introduce to you one of the original ladies of disco. This is somebody who was with the South Soul label from the very beginning, and after you hear her sing, you are certainly going to want more. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Carol Williams.
professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
Planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn? Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act 1 will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure. You'll be happy you did.
This is Beth.
Hi.
Oh, congratulations. When are you due?
I'm not pregnant.
Oh, look at that. Excuse me.
You're totally thin.
You look very sexy.
For life's bleachable moments, all it takes is 3/4 of a cup.
It is my great pleasure to bring Carol Douglas to Legends TV. Carol is going to sing for us a version of Donna Summer's Heaven Knows, but Carol's history herself is incredible. She's the singer of Doctor's Orders, Midnight Love Affair, and countless other dance classics. Ladies and gentlemen, Carol Douglas.
Baby, please, please don't take your love from me. I am yours forevermore, till eternity. Silence, please, listen to the words I say. I'm not talking just for play. Listen to me, please. Heaven knows it's not the way it should be, and heaven knows it's not the way it could be. Don't you know there's no need to leave? Heaven knows I never want to leave you, and heaven knows I only want to please you. Don't you know love is what I need? pretending. So come on down and hear me when I cry.
Yeah!
Planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn? Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act One will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote, or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure. You'll be happy you did.
So then I said, Mr. Prime Minister, I'm flattered that you love chocolate, but I'm here strictly in a professional. What's wrong with him?
He thinks you're naked.
My shell is brown. It just looks like my milk chocolate is showing. Only a fool would think I'd actually show up naked.
So it's that kind of party. Hit it!
I'm sexy and I know it. Aye. Look at that body. Look at that body. Look at that body. I work out. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
It's a great thrill for me to introduce Carol Douglas once again, singing one of her biggest hits. It was one of the first crossover disco hits on the pop charts. Ladies and gentlemen, back from 1974, this is Carol Douglas singing Doctor's Orders.
Hi, honey, it's me. I went to see the doctor today. 'Cause ever since you've been gone, I had a pain deep down inside. He says there's nothing really wrong with me. I'm just missing my man. So honey, please, come on home as soon as you can. Doctor's orders say there's only one thing for me. Nothing he can do, 'cause only you can cure me. Says in my condition, love's the best physician. He's prescribed but I'm missing you so bad. Please, oh please, come on home.
It doesn't get better than that. One of the true first ladies of disco, Carol Douglas.